Hello everyone. So I tried to record this video about 17 to 18 times. I spent probably an hour here now trying to record it because I keep going on the mat. Because as you know, I go through this every day of the week. I have to pick up after, and we're going to call it because again, as I said in one meeting now, with a few county councillors, this is the funny part. I suppose a bit of lively come back to here. As they said, they called it feces. I said straight, "Oh, dog shit, dog shit," and they were like feces. Political correct, that's the finest. And me just come along saying, "Oh, dog shit." But I still remember that. It was a great laugh. But yeah, it might go on for a while here, so bear with me. But again, this initiative in Galway, it is a good initiative. It does kind of raise awareness of this in this park. And obviously volunteers are doing this. Spray painting in different colours, dog shit, different colours. So they don't lift it up or anything, they just get a spray can and spray it. So take for example yellow or purple or orange, something that stands out in the human mind so you don't walk across or like that, and to raise awareness of it. Now, as somebody that has to literally pick up after these fucking assholes all the time, these people who don't pick up after their dogs, I don't think it would work. Galway City Council says it's reduced by 50% in this area. I don't know. Again, I might be wrong. But again, seeing the highlight, and I don't think highlighting it and people seeing the dog, I think that the owners just don't give a fuck. Unless somebody stands up to them and say, "Hang on a second, lad, pick it up. Pick it up." That's the only way you get through to these people. If you say it straight to them, if you get a camera in their face, that's the only time they ever seem to give a fuck. And I tell you straight, because I go through it every day of the week. At the end of the day, the way I kind of go through it now is just I barely say nothing to people, because I tell you straight, the amount of people I will try to report who've done it, and again, I try and enforce the law when I see it. And when people refuse to pick it up, it's the law. It's the law, and it's not that I'm trying to protect the communities and do different. Trying to help the communities out, because it's not fair on elderly people in wheelchairs and things that having to walk them, use them footpaths, and some arsehole thinks that he owns the fucking country can come along and shit with his dog, shit in the road, and then fuck off and walk off to his house, wherever he wants to fucking walk to, and just leave it there and expect somebody else. And we expect members of the public to use that footpath, because that's not his footpath. It belongs to the people of that town. It's not him. Or it's not her or whatever. But again, I admire these volunteers for doing it, because it is unique. I haven't heard it before. But I do say, and it is volunteers, but I do say to them not to pick it up, because there is huge amount of the season. I'm sure Galway City Council have said it to them. You put yourself at huge risk. And again, I do put myself at huge risk, and I don't want to sound like I'm giving myself self-praise or anything, but I'm saying it straight to you. And I'm telling you straight, you are likely to get a heavy disease from it. And I'm saying this to people, unless it's your dog. If it's your dog, it's alright if it's straight away your dog shits in the ground. That's fine, the disease is not there. It's when you leave it there, the disease is built up in it. Ringworm comes within a week of it being left there. Take for example, it's on the road here. This is the road. If you leave it there for a week, ringworm, other worms will come onto it. And the dog's diseases that he has will come onto it. And I do say to owners, please pick up after your dog. I don't expect other members of the public to do it. Obviously I'm the only person in the cabinet, nobody else wants to do it, who is doing it full time. And I don't get paid for it. I won't accept pay for it. I won't accept it because I'm doing my work. I'm doing it in 3 towns. As I said, I was doing it in Valley Hills, I'm doing it in Butler's Bridge. And I'm doing it in other areas too that really just count as towns really, because it's that big of an area you have to cover. It's the size of 3 towns that I have to cover. Which is a huge amount. But again, painting it, I would do if the county council came to me in the morning and said his paint the dog shit, I say no, say it straight to them, because that doesn't solve the problem, because you have to lift it. At the end of the day you can lie there, but it doesn't solve the problem. You have to pick it up. But I say, and the majority of the county councilmen will do it, and I say to them, I wouldn't blame them. I really wouldn't blame them, because these people have families, they want to live another few years. They don't want to have to get a disease of it. But they could, it's very likely they could. There's people in America that have suffered terribly from it. There's people that are blind, there's dog wardens that are blind. There's ones that have ringworm in their lungs, that are affecting their lungs, that are eating their lungs. It's a horrible thing. It is really, really horrible thing. And again, I have accepted. And again, this is something that Lockton's kind of shown me. And it's a good thing. But I'm going to die at some stage. And again, I admit this straight to people. I'm going to die at some stage. We all know it. We're all going to die at some stage. But it's the things that we do, it's more sacrificing yourself for the greater good is better than sitting here and lying in bed and waiting for your end to come. If you can make a difference when you're still on this planet, and it's well worth it. That's what I deem. Because again, I'm playing the game. It's like a card game. At some stage, I'm going to get the wrong cards, and that's the end of it. But again, that's just the thing, and I'm saying that's when I'm advising people who live to the local townies to pick it up, unless it's your dog. Because it's alright if it's straight away out of the dog, you can pick it up. It's safe. It is safe. But anything after a week or even 5 days, bacteria can grow on it, and it can cause huge diseases on the dog shit. And it can go on your body. The wingworm can, if you're picking it up with the scoop or whatever, with a bag, it can cause, and you can breed it in too. Some of them, you can't breed in some of the diseases that the dog had. But again, I do say this, they do say drop by 50%, Galway City Council. I would like to see proof. I might actually bring Galway City, I'm actually email them to see how it worked. But I understand, it could work. Like extras, like it says extra signs and things like that, bags, your bag stencil page. Between 20,000 has been spent on signs and stencils. That's a lot of money. 20,000 is a lot of money for that. The poop bags, it does work, and I will talk about this for a second, because in Cavan, my area is the cover. I've got the county council to put up a dog bin, and dog bags. There's a huge amount of dog bags. There couldn't be as many more of them. We have in the two towns that I cover, along with really an area that is really a town, but it's kind of a townland too. But in the two towns, Ballyhales and Buttersbridge, we have nearly 4 dog bag holders. These are only dog bag holders, and then we have one bin in each of the towns. That's a lot of resources. You can't just say, because the bags are there for them, the bin's there for them. They don't have to pay a cent. They don't have to pay an inch. Because we get rid of it and and everything. They don't have to pay the things. The whole resources are there. It's just that they couldn't be fucking bothered to lift it up. And they expect me to run after them. And this is as that. In some of the towns, because they have been cleaned. I'm at there every day of the week. Well, one town I'm there twice a week in Ballyhales, because I haven't got the resources to be running there every day, to be totally honest, because I have 101 things to do, because I'm still the head over the waste section in the Buttersbridge tidy towns, and that I still have to go and pick up litter and legal dumping and things like that. I still have to do that, and I have to sweep and things like that, and it's a huge burden on me, but I still do it because I want to help people. A person came to me and said, could you take on this town, because I'm fed up with the county council not doing anything about it, and I said I would. That's as simple as that, because I could do it, and it's feasible. I can walk there, I'm nearly there in an hour. I could do it. I can do it. I have to walk there with equipment and things like that, but it's well worth it, because somebody came and asked me, and I'm not going to say no, because I can do it. It can be done. But it's just that some of them just don't want to cooperate. But again, stencil, it doesn't really work. In my opinion, it doesn't work. Because it doesn't work, the stencil. Because take for example, this is a house here. We have stencil here. Take for example the showers here. This is the stencil. The dog will smell the stencil, obviously, and it's not harmful. But the dog will go up a bit. Take for example, this is the end of the stencil here. He go up to here and he do his shit. And it doesn't make any difference, because he goes somewhere else and do the shit. So you kind of protect him one area and then he flies off to the other area. Because you can't stencil the whole town, and then when the rain comes, the stencil goes away. Really, it does affect the stencil's range and smell. And it basically does nothing after that. But yeah, it is a unique thing. I don't want to sound like I'm being an asshole here, saying to them that it's no good. It does seem unique, and maybe it does work, and maybe I'm wrong, but again, we see what happens. I'm interested, we'll find out more detail, but again, let me know what you think. Maybe I'm just an old boomer who wanted the old-fashioned way. But yeah, take care everybody, and be safe out there. Bye.